Intuition can be a powerful ally for women in leadership. We are taught not to listen to our intuition. And our intuition is what tells us what feels right so we can make informed, empowered decisions. Today, we're going to talk about what intuition feels like so we know how to recognize the signals and practical tips to help you embrace and trust your intuition in everyday leadership situations. So grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's talk. Hello and welcome to the Unapologetically Authentic Leadership Channel. I'm Brooke Bernard, your transformational leadership coach. This space is all about empowering high-achieving women in leadership to be their authentic selves. And in case you're new here, my goal is to help you reach your full potential by being who you are, not who you're expected to be. And I believe that we all deserve access to professional development. So as always, linked in the description box below, you will find the mini course that I offer to help you build your leadership skills. It's called 4 Powerful Shifts to Elevate Your Leadership and Feel More You at Work. Your intuition shows up in 3 scientifically confirmed ways. So never ever let society tell you that it's silly to listen to your intuition. Don't let anyone dismiss or make you think that you should dismiss your intuition. Listen to that inner voice. Your intuition has no ulterior motive. It is simply to help you. It will always be your best advisor. So implicit knowledge is our unconscious memories of things that we've learned. And an example of this is when you are getting to know someone and you are unconsciously cataloging all of these little things that you are noticing about them, about who they are, what they value, the way they treat other people, the way they interact with you, the way they approach challenges, the way that they seek recognition, all of the little parts that make them who they are, that you are becoming aware of, that you are learning about. And then when it comes time to answer a question about what they will or will not do in a given situation, all that information that you've been learning about them informs your gut instinct, your intuition about what the outcome is going to be. And next we have energetic sensitivity. This is our nervous system's ability to detect, decode, and react to signals in our environment. An example of this is when you feel like someone is staring at you and you turn around and someone is really staring at you. We can sense it, we can feel it, we know it's happening, even though our other senses aren't able to give us confirmation. Our intuition knows. We can also feel when someone else's energy is off. This is like you having a sense that one of your team members is having a really hard time. And maybe there isn't any other form of proof, but it's just a feeling that you have. That is a moment of energetic sensitivity. And that's not some form of magic. It's totally science. It is about the magnetic fields that our bodies, like all living things, give off. And when someone is close enough to our field, we can feel their energy. And the more attuned you are to your own intuition, the more you're going to feel this and become aware of other people around you. Scientists have even proven that some people's nervous system is actually so attuned that they can feel when earthquakes are coming. So maybe that's like the end goal for all of us, to be that amazing with our intuition. But for us everyday regular humans, I think just being able to navigate your own environment successfully is something to strive for. I want to give you one final example when it comes to energetic sensitivity. When you are a leader and you can read the room, that gives you so much power and influence because you can make decisions about timing. Is it the right time to raise this point? Or how do I need to couch this message I need to deliver based on the vibe in the room? Be very attuned to the spaces you enter, because then you can consciously make decisions about how to navigate them in order to get the best possible outcome for your team, your department, your division, your organization, or even for your own personal career advancement. Scientists have also identified this third and final one, which is called non-local intuition. Non-local intuition is knowledge of the future, or knowledge of something that's happening a far distance away from you. And here's one study just to illuminate how clear it is that this is real for all of us. So participants were shown positive and negative images. The images were interspersed with text, and it was completely randomized. 80% of the time, they were able to predict what type of image was coming next. So that might seem kind of wild, but if you think about it in terms of stories that you might have heard in your own personal world, people have dreams about the future all the time. They dream something, they feel like, wow, that was kind of strange, don't know where that came from, and then they forget it because we aren't conditioned to remember our dreams. Most of us do not remember what we dream, but we dream about things all the time. And so scientists believe that we all have the ability, capacity, and do dream the future. We just aren't aware enough to remember what we dreamed. And then there are those moments when we reflect on the knowing about something that is happening a long distance away from us. And personally, I've had moments where I am having the worst day ever. And I was living halfway across the country from my mom, and she would be feeling worried or anxious and not know where that was coming from. And then I would call her when I got home at the end of the day and tell her what was happening. And she knew that she felt off all day. She knew she was worried, and she knew she was thinking about me a lot. And I think there's that connection that a lot of times we dismiss. And so that's one of those instinctual things. I think that parents have that connection with their children. I think that partners have that connection. I think that between close friends, you can have that connection where you just get this moment where you're like, oh my God, I'm, thinking about this person. I'm kind of worried about them. Yeah, and that's like, if you have those moments, reach out to those people in your lives. Reach out to let them know you're thinking about them, because chances are you're thinking about them for a reason. But the good news is that all of us have the ability to reconnect with our intuition at any point in our lives. It takes a little practice. And like any muscle, the more we exercise it, the stronger it gets. So let's get into some tips to help you learn how to trust your intuition. First is practicing mindfulness. Mindfulness helps you to center, to calm everything, to focus inward so you can tune out the rest of the world and learn to listen to yourself. If you have a question about what you should do and you sit down and you meditate and you listen for the answer, your instincts will tell you what you really want to do, what you really think you should do. And with routine practice, that voice, that inner voice, your inner voice will get stronger and stronger. You will start learning to work together as a team. Because right now, if you don't feel connected to your intuition, it's probably because you have it closed behind a door and you've learned to silence it. You've learned to not trust it. But you need to invite it back into your life and give yourself the ability to actually hear it. Second is tune into your body. Feel those sensations and trust them. When you're about to make a decision and you feel like your stomach hurts or you feel like your body just got tense, that's your intuition telling you no, stop, pause. Same as if you're about to make a decision and you suddenly feel very excited and you just know this is the next step for you. Then that's the green light. That's the message from your intuition saying, go for it. This is in alignment with the path that we're supposed to be on. This is in alignment with our values and who we are. And third, start small. Make little decisions based on your gut, on your instincts, on your intuition. That will help you in a low risk way start to get familiar with your intuition. and start to build that trust so you can start listening when you're making bigger, more important life decisions. Remember, embracing your intuition can truly empower you as a leader. It will give you insights that you can't get any other way. It will help you make decisions. It will help you navigate stressful situations. It will help you connect deeper with people in your life, including the people at work, with your leader, with your team, with your colleagues. So let's celebrate that inner voice. One of the ways that my intuition has served me well over the years has been during my job hunts. When I am looking to advance in my career and make that next transition, the next move, I always used my intuition to inform me about whether or not I should take a job. And there were many, many opportunities over the years that I decided weren't right because they just didn't feel right. And my intuition helped me to listen for the things that weren't being said, which is equally as important, if not more important, than what is actually said during the interview process. Everyone is obligated to put their best foot forward. And as a candidate, you are obligated to do your research, know the place you're interviewing with, ask the right questions to be able to learn whether or not they're a good fit for you, if their organization is healthy, if they're financially stable, all the things that you should want to know before you join a new place. And there's a lot of shiny objects that they can put out in front of you to woo you, to make you want to come there. You are empowered to listen to what your intuition is telling you. Take the extra time to think about the energy in the room, right? Our energy sensitivity. Do people seem energized, well taken care of, or do they look bitter, frustrated, tired? And sometimes it's not that obvious through the words that are spoken, or even sometimes the immediate look on people's faces. But if you feel into the space, you know when you've walked into a room that just feels good and light, or when you've walked into a room where everyone seems tense. Those moments are signals, and we have to pay attention to those signals. I left one job interview years ago with this pit in my stomach because I knew that that opportunity was going to advance my career rapidly. And it would be the smart move to take it. I also knew that after just completing the day-and-a-half interview that I felt like I was going to have an ulcer. I remember sitting in the airport and calling home to talk about how it went. And I just knew I was feeling so much pressure. I remember saying that if they offered it to me, that my ambitious side felt like I had to say yes. But the other part of me knew that I should not and could not say yes. And that was the dominant ruling vote. And that was my intuition. I knew that the people were struggling who worked there. I knew that their problems were the type of problems I couldn't fix. I knew it was a systemic problem with leadership and that it wasn't going to be something that was within my scope to change. So I guess the moral of that story is make sure that you are able to block out the noise, block out the shiny things, block out the wooing, block it all out and listen to your intuition. Does it feel right or does it not? And this applies to your personal life too, right? When you are making new connections with people, whether it's romantic or as friends, listen to your intuition. Listen to your instincts. Because all people that we interact with become part of our world. And they're either going to support you in your goals and who you want to be and align with you, or they're going to be pulling you away from the path that you're supposed to be on and distracting you from what's most important. And maybe worse, trying to detour you from your calling, from your passion, from who you are as a person. Always trust your intuition. I would love to hear about your experiences with listening to your own intuition. So please share your stories in the comments. And as a leader, if you can encourage others in your space to also listen to their intuition, when you are encouraging someone to process information and make a decision, and maybe they're brainstorming that with you, great. But they should be considering not just the facts, but also what their gut is telling them. You can teach people how to be informed, insightful decision makers. And this is critical when they are navigating organizational politics, when they are trying to close a deal, when they are trying to hire the best person for the position. All of what we do is informed by our instincts. And when instinct and intuition are paired with knowledge and experience, you are golden. You are going to make the best possible decisions. You are going to be on the path to success. You are going to achieve those goals. You are going to become the professional that you want to be, the mentor, the leader, because you will be unstoppable, unapologetically authentic. And that's the type of leader that everyone wants to follow, because those are the leaders that inspire us. So be the leader that I know you want to be. Trust your intuition. Lead authentically. I'm rooting for you. Thank you for spending time with me today. Thank you for being a part of this community. If you found the video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it so more people will have the chance to see it. And as always, if you are looking for personalized guidance and support, please connect with me to learn more about private coaching. I would love to learn about what you want to achieve and make a plan for how we can get you there. Until next time, stay true to yourself, lead with purpose, and thank you for watching.